Hey everybody, and welcome to my Season 12 Challenger Jax Guide. Today I will give the best builds and everything for Jax, as well as an explanation about how Jax should be played in every situation, and also, of course, a gameplay commentary as well. Now let's start off with the runes. There are currently 4 rune pages that you want to use right now. The first rune page is Lethal Tempo with Biscuit and Time Warp Tonic in the secondary. This will be your main rune page in most of your games, and I recommend taking it against ranged matchups or bruiser matchups. The second rune page I recommend is Lethal Tempo, but this time with Bone Plate and Unflinching. You'll want to pick this rune page against bruiser matchups with all-in potential. The third rune page is once again Lethal Tempo, but this time with Second Wind and Unflinching. This rune page is only used against incredibly hard ranged matchups with Insane Poke. Lastly, we have the Lethal Tempo page, but this time with Tenacity within the Precision Tree. This page is used against enemy team comps with heavy amount of CC. I would also like to mention about the existence of Conquer. Even though this rune page is strong, Lethal Tempo is currently far better in every situation. Now for the bonus stats, you always want to take attack speed, adaptive force, and you want to take armor or magic resist depending on the matchup you are up against. Now moving on to the Jax builds, starting off with the starter items first, I always recommend Corrupting Pot as the main starter item for Jax whenever you are playing with Biscuit and Time Warp Tonic in the secondary. This greatly improves sustain and allows you to play aggressive early on, and it also works very well against almost all matchups. If you're facing off an incredibly hard ranged poking matchup, this is where you could run a Dorn Shield instead. Lastly, if you are facing off a bruiser matchup and you are running Resolve in the secondary, this is where you want to go with a Dorn's Blade instead. For the boots, you always take steel caps whenever you are up against an AD matchup or full AD team comps. If you're facing off an AP matchup or full AP team comps or even heavy CC team comps, this is where you go with Mercs instead. Now, for the full builds, there are 4 item sets that you want to use right now. The first and the main build for Jax includes a Divine Sunner with Blade and Sterix Gauge. This is the standard build of Jax and is good against everything, but specifically best against tanky team comps. The second build I recommend includes Trinity Force with Blade and once again a Sterix Gauge. Trinity Force is an amazing item that is always used against team comps without any tanks in it. The third build I recommend is exactly the same as the first build, however this item set you build Blade of the Rune King first. This is the item path you want to run whenever facing off a tank as your matchup in the lane. The fourth build includes Trinity Force with Mercs and also Wit's End. You'll want to run this build against team comps that are heavily based on AP champs. There's also a bunch of situational items for Jax. You have Chainsword, Thornmill. They're often used to counter the enemy teams with all kinds of healing. Random Winds is really good against full AD team comps. QSS is good against heavy CC teams. And Force of Nature is another option to use against heavy AP team comps. Now, as for the skill order of Jax, you always want to max your W first, then your E, and then your Q against matchups that are mostly based on auto attacks. Against everything else, this is where you max your W first, then your Q, and then your E. Now for the summoner spells, you always take Teleport and Flash every single game. Now let's move on to the laning phase. Even though Jax is a strong scaling champ, it's important to play aggressive in the early game because Jax got the tools to counter most top laners. If you are in a bruiser matchup, walk up at level 1, take the slow push, and take the pressure if you can. If the enemy moves up, you can use your counter strike for a trade. If you are up against a ranged matchup, take it easy and stay back. Jax can't really fight early on without the pressure and also without the ability to jump. Now, once you reach level 3, it's crucial to look into fight whenever you have the creep wave to your advantage. Once the creep wave builds up, look into trading or potentially even all-ins. If the wave is pushed heavily into you, look into freezing or simply wait for better opportunities to fight or trade. Once you reach level 6, the trading pattern will heavily change. Look into trading or even all-in whenever you have the empowered auto attack ready. This is easily done by auto-attacking the CS twice and then all-inning or trading right after. This is the point where Jax reaches the first power spike and also where you want to look into winning the lane. As for the mid-late game of Jax, it's crucial to split push as much as possible. Look into pushing the wave to drop pressure and take that momentum to take the enemy jungle camps and possibly get catches if you can. Even when you can't kill your opponent, you will still end up winning because drawing pressure and constantly taking everything around the side lanes will automatically give you a lead over time. Whenever the dragon or baron is up, you always want to push on the opposite lane and TP whenever a teamfight starts. If your TP is down, but the objective is up, make sure to stay close to the objective so you don't miss out. Now, as for teamfighting with Jax, you always want to play around your Counter-Strike ability. Whenever your Counter-Strike is up, this is where you want to all in and pull your damage. If the teamfight looks kind of bad, stay back and wait for better opportunities. You don't want to play Jax in the front line, but rather play him as a champ to kite back and forth with your Counter-Strike, your abilities, and all in whenever you get the chance to. Also, whenever possible, look into flanking the enemy team so you can actually get to the enemy carries a lot easier. Now, with everything said, let's get into a gameplay commentary and I will teach you exactly on how to play Jax top lane. Alright guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how to play Jax top lane in Season 12. So what you want to run right now is Lethal Tempo. You want to take Triumph, Alacrity, Last Stand, Biscuit, and Tyrotonic. And we are also going to combine this with the Corrupting Pot as well, guys. Now we're currently facing off an interesting matchup. More of a matchup that a lot of people hate in top lane, which is Urgot top lane. I'd say like this is a pretty decent matchup. It's mostly avoiding the poke from Urgot and just keeping it safe early game. And once the way how we're going to be approaching Urgot is when we stack waves up and then specifically looking into fighting and dodging Urgot's E. And if we do that properly, we should have an easy time. You will see. So the pre-level 3 is going to be us like chilling out. Love to take the CS, but he's going to auto me there, so. It's on. Apparently it's an Urgot with PDA. Interesting. So for the builds, what we are going to be doing this game to make this matchup easy, usually I pick a Blade whenever I face off a tank that I want to shred down as the as a first item. In certain cases like the Urgot matchup, I tend to go for Divine Sunder first before getting Blade, so we can have some survivability. So usually like the build is kind of the same as always. It's just the way how you build the items is sometimes different. Sometimes it just depends. Alright. Seems like Urgot is going for the Cheetah Recall, so he's going to come back soon with like a new item. Which is definitely fine. It's going to give us the ability to stack waves up right now, so I certainly don't mind it. Stack this up. Shyvana could be topside, so we're going to start hard pushing the wave now. Sidestep. Fortunately, didn't work out. Okay. And we got him. So you can probably like get the idea about how this is going to work out. Well, you're dead. Okay, so you flash. That's sure. I don't mind that. So you can probably like get the general idea of how this is going to work. We're going to be looking into stacking waves up. And then we look into all-inning, we drop the E down at perfect timing so we can block the most damage. And then we focus on sidestepping, specifically Urgot's E. And that should be good enough. Now the real fun begins level 6, because that's where we, you know, gather my third auto, the empowered one. Oh wow, we missed that stuff. Feels bad. There we go. Now the wave is in a pretty terrible spot now. Urgot's gonna be chilling under tower for at least the next 20 seconds. So I'm gonna go back real fast here. And we will grab my tier 1 boots, so that we can also dodge the Urgot's E a little bit more easy. And then once we come back to lane, this wave will start stacking towards me and we can use that again. So we can either like freeze it or we can just thin it out.
Bring it on.
Shyvana is currently down there. I'm just going to ping. Don't have to place a ward down because we already know where the jungle is right now. So in terms of like XP advantage, we are already ahead of Urgot right now. Because once again, we killed Urgot before, and he's also been sharing XP with Shyvana. So, which means he's actually incredibly far behind right now.
Ready for battle.
Alright, let's get level 6 here. Fortunately, like, my farm is pretty terrible, which makes perfect sense, because whenever I want to go for a CS, basically Urgot's like standing right in front of it, so it's gonna be real hard for me to farm up then. We're just gonna have to like accept that we're bound to like lose a little bit of farm sometimes. It's just the way how it's gonna be. Alright, cool.
Let me at 'em.
Yeah, we still missed that one in the end. Feels bad, man. So this is where things are going to be very different. This is where the whole gameplay, you know, laning phase is going to change dramatically, because
Bring it on.
now that we're level 6, we can specifically focus on trading Urgot when we have the third auto. So now comes the real fun. Now we can actually start like killing him during laning phase.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, you can already see like Urgot's taken a pretty big distance. This guy is definitely not looking into fighting now. Got it. Let's place a ward down. Gonna put it on the edge here. Got it. Now we just push this out. And we just trade him. We can actually kill him right here. Close guy. Could have killed him right there, but he was standing like just far enough where I couldn't approach him. I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna back for it, but in reality I'm just walking around. And now we just wait carefully. Chances are likely Urgot's gonna be moving up. Yep, he's going back. Alright, we're going back too. So yeah, this time we're gonna go for Sheen. I'm just gonna go for pure damage here. We'll also get Control Ward. And I hope that we can also get my Talon over here, because we got a Control Ward now. Just kill him.
Ready for
You could see the difference there. Like, we dodged Urgot's E and we were able to kill him quite easily. I will place specifically a ward down over here.
surprise.
There we go. Now we can kill him. There's no ward for Urgot, so this one's going to be pretty free. Here we go. And we got him. Just forcing the gank here. Like Talon was chilling like in mid lane, constantly ganking mid lane. So I'm like, I will just buy a Contra Ward. I will place it and just spam ping, you know, because I know for a fact if Talon moves up and he's gonna gank my lane, I'm pretty confident we're about to get a catch right there, and that's why I was spamming like crazy because I know it's gonna work. You know, I can kind of tell based on like how Urgot plays that he wasn't gonna ward that place. Like I'm pretty sure it wasn't even warded in the first place, but I still put it down there, you know. But yeah, just a little confidence in there. I knew it was gonna work, so it was worth the spamming. We still have like 3 crafting pots remaining. Oh, you should not have shown yourself, Silas. Wow. That's pretty unfortunate. Ooh. I got kicked into it. That's unfortunate.
Bring it on.
We still have like 1 crafting pot remaining. Hello, Urgon. I'm gonna do it. There we go. I'll just do it. Even if I died on our tower, but still get the kill, it would still be worth it because Urgot ends up like losing the farm, which is super beneficial for me. Goodbye. See you later. He's gonna press R, pretty sure. Yeah, he's gonna press R. He's gonna walk all the way down here. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, this guy's like walking all the way down here. Unbelievable. I felt it in my bones, man. He was gonna do it. I was actually considering like TPing over there, but I just figured out. Yeah, okay. I just figured out like that's gonna work. Apparently this Urgot's already back. So Shyvana is probably still on my back here. Probably. Fair chance. Oh, I got you. We are 2 OP right now. Got him. So yeah, this guy is done right now. And now we go back to hard pushing it. Make sure to get like at least the final plate here. And we're gonna let the wave push it in. Nice. Now we take the tower. And now we're gonna move up to the camp. To this one here. Moving up to this one, take that, and then we go back. Nope. Nice try. Yeah, that's like the classic. I know, there's so many people who do that stuff. So many. Next item right now is going to be quite simple. It's going to be a Mercs. And we're going to go for Lifesteal. And then go for Blade. We got to keep in mind, guys, they got AP Shyvana, AP Akali, Vex, Ezreal. This is a game where it's very crucial to have a wits end 100%. It's going to be helping quite a bit. She can't do much. You can drop her combo down, but like... Yeah, okay. Let's go back to upset. Akali can't really beat us. She can't.
It's
Yeah.
on.
This is definitely going to be a game where after we go for Blade, we go for Wit's End because they have like too much AP. We still go for Starrick's Gauge, but it's crucial that we get Wit's End first before anything else.
Who's next?
Where's next wave? Gonna be looking into getting blue soon.
Bring it on.
Hey, hello there, Urgots. I move up to, once again to the blue here. There's no ward except from the Tribush one.
Now it's my
I
turn.
think they will probably steal it. Got it. Cool. I don't want to chase that. That's a mistake. Or maybe not. Too bad. Okay, so we end up like killing Vex, but at the moment I jump, they showing up right there. Feels bad, man. Okay. I'm gonna go for the revolve damage anyway. I'd much rather have like on hits on the recurve bow than getting pickaxe. You know. On hit is just better if you already have like that much damage. Let's go bot lane this time. Drake is spawning in about 50 seconds. My TP is 35. So in theory, we could be going topside and push it. But it's going to be very bad for me. I much rather go bot lane, take the wave, and then simply take the Drake down. Once we have the chance.
Ready
Ooh,
for
we missed that. Alright, next wave.
Let me at him.
There's definitely going to be people around here, so we got to be very careful. Because the Drake is up, so it's very likely there are people down here. There's no wards.
Let me at him.
We've got Urgot top lane. Fortunately, killing an Ashe. I actually wanted the team to be here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have to skip that one. So we as Jax, we are having a great time in the game, but unfortunately, like the team is kind of struggling just a little bit. You know, with Ballin already being like 55 CS behind already. It's gonna be a little bit of a struggle, but let's see how far we can get. Fortunately, a pretty bad team fight. Ooh, wow. Doesn't look bad, to be honest. I think Shafat's gonna move up here. Yep, 900 gold for me. I'll definitely take that, no problem. Oh, not bad. Okay. Nearly had another one. So now we go back to pushing. We can actually get my blade as soon as we go back to base. Distract away for a little bit. I want to be able to get the XP. Alright, now we take one more wave. We're definitely not going to let this wave crash in without taking it, otherwise we lose it all. And now we go back. So yeah, this time we go for Blade. Next item will be a Wit's End. Let's go for this one. All I care about right now for the components is just getting pure damage. And then we'll get this one lastly. You know, unless they have like a mega, you know, mega fat APC, but it's alright. We don't need that right now. Drake, I mean, rep up spawning in like 5 seconds.
It's on.
Nice. We're gonna kill Urgot down here. No, wait for a bit.
Bring it on.
I don't want to show myself, because if I show myself, he will run. Because I'm obviously way stronger than he is. Oh, I'm gonna get chased down on. For sure. Oh, Urgot's coming too. I mean, Talon. Oh, he's already flashing away. Got him. Oh, you're dead. Thank you. Is there more? So, once again, we are trading 3 kills for 1. Actually killing their most fed jungler, top laner, and the support. My team should definitely not be struggling for this one. Trading 3 for 1, definitely worth it. Now we got Winston. Alright, cool. Definitely worth it. Next on, the Drake is spawning like 55. So we're gonna go ball lane.
Ready for battle.
My team shouldn't be struggling to take the Baron, right? Are they? Oh, I'm gonna have to TP. Just keep doing it. I hope that my team is gonna be able to actually obtain it without issues. Enemy team is already moving up here. Alright, we got it. Kinda left me worried if I didn't TP that the enemy team would simply walk up to Baron and just clean it up.
Bring it on.
Let's take this wave here. So the enemy team is likely to be here somewhere around, so we're just gonna walk around the corner.
It's on.
Oh, wow. Deleted in like one single go. Well, my team is died before we could even start the fight. Remember, we also had a Baron buff, guys. We actually lost it instantly, fortunately. They might actually chase me here, so I'm just going to walk out to make sure. And this time I'm just going to walk back topside and we'll take the wave here. Lost my TP too for that Baron before, so we can't split push that much. Fortunately.
Bring it on.
Alright, let's go back. So yeah, this time we go for Stark's Cage. Also, a tiny quick mention, Kawhi coming with 3 gifties. Hey, thank you for that, Kawhi. Thank you for the gifties. Awesome. Ah, that sucks. My E was about half a second. And then he popped his ultimate on me. Ah, that sucks. You know, I got my wits end, which does a great job, you know, to some extent. But that's about it. Ah, that sucks. So yeah, you can probably notice we can literally jump into like an entire enemy team, go like 1v3 mode, kill like all three fed ones. But we're kind of struggling because they still have burst. You know, we have wits end. It does help a bit. Maybe if we get Jax Gauge, we can probably tank up the last bit a little bit.
Let's level the playing field.
Let me at him.
All right, let's go mid. All right, TP will come back in 55 seconds.
It's on.
All right, this guy's overextending too much. Well, 2 seconds. Nope. Not happening. Nice try. Nearly hit though. My ultimate just tanks it too much. Smart thing though, this Ezra's going for Warmox. I mean, not Warmox, but he's going for
Now it's my turn.
he's going for Warden's Mail. That's the one I meant. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back here. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, like, you can probably get the idea of, like, about this game. You know, we are super fed, but we're unable to just change the game. The enemy team is a little bit too fed across everything. All of them have too many. Too many kills. They're too massive.
Bring it on.
Gotta escape that stuff. That Vex is also super strong with the fear all day.
Let me
Apparently Shyvana's been taking all the camps here. Smart. Now we have TP. We'll just see how far we can get. Drake spawns very soon. I think my team is going to struggle to take it. Probably.
It's on.
40 seconds.
Let me at him.
Let's take this camp here. Yeah, they shouldn't be taken. Even if I TP right now and I do help them out, like, we are not strong enough for those fights simply because the whole team, like, pretty much every single person in this team is just behind. They should just be avoiding it and just force me to split push. They're forcing fights they shouldn't be taking, you know? Let's go back here. Final item will be a BF sword. We're gonna go for a Guardian's Angel. See if we can kill this guy. Thank you. Ooh, they got the 4 dragons now. It's gonna be even harder.
Bring it on.
Alright, let's get next wave. This is the only thing that makes us struggle so far. They also have Baron right now. This is gonna be very interesting. I wonder like how far we're gonna be able to get now. Still, I think, even though we lost all dragons and they got Baron buff, I think if my teammates were to play it very safe, we'd still win. Okay. Let's try. Once again, pressuring like two people who are both extremely fed, by the way. Like, they're both incredibly huge, but we're still keeping up with them. You know, that's why I say how why Jax is so strong late game. We're just keeping up with them quite easily.
Let me at 'em.
So we are already like full built in the game. My team still needs to like build their items. You know, Ash is only 2 items at the moment. We are like already full build. It's pretty large difference.
Bring it on.
Let's go bot lane. Ooh, Siobhan is down there.
It's on.
Fair chance they might be coming down here, all of them. Okay, we're gonna struggle. That sucks. They are a little bit too fed in the game. Yeah, unfortunately, like, this is going to be a loss. There's not much we can change about it. My team is just too far behind this game. But either way, you know, even though it's a loss, there's a lot of stuff we've done this game. Either way, thank you so much for watching this Jax video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.